Hello and welcome to another episode of Workshop Wednesday. In this episode we're going to be talking about bench mounted vice and in particular our collection. So for this video, we've got all of our vice out of storage and we put them on the table. And we'll go through the different types of vice that we've got here, but most of them were made by Record. Now, of the Record vice that are here, Record gave them like 3 different type names of the ones we've got. So these 3 are mechanics vice. These 3 are engineer's vice, and these 3 here are fitter's vice. First we're going to be talking about our Record mechanics vice, which are these 3 here. Now all of our mechanics vice are number 6, which the model numbers for Record mechanics vice went from 00, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, depending on the size of them. Now the number 6 had 6-inch wide jaws and they had an opening here, as you can see, of 8 inches. Now onto the engineer's vice, which we have 2 different sizes of. We have the number 35 and the number 36, which we have 2 of the number 36. Now the difference between the 2 of them is that the 36 is clearly a bit bigger, has a bigger opening and has bigger jaws. The jaw size on the 35 is 5-inch, the jaw size on the 36 is 6-inch. Now a difference between the engineer's vice and the mechanics vice is that the engineer's vice has the little anvil on the back. And then there's the fitter's vice, which we have 3 different sizes of, and pretty much all 3 of them are monsters compared to the other 2 types of vice that we've seen so far. We have the number 23, 24 and the big one is the 25. And even though this 25 is quite a lot bigger than some of the other Record vice, it has the same opening distance as the number 6 mechanics vice, 8 inches. Now before we go on to our other Record vice, it's worth saying that the fitter's vice have this lever here, which is a quick release, which isn't a feature on the mechanics or the engineer's vice. Now at the other end of the bench here we've got our 3 Record vice that don't fit into the other patterns. Starting with this one, it appears to be a number 83. However, we can't find exactly what that is. It looks like a fitter's vice. As you can see, it's got the quick release and it's got the same similar almost styling, if you could call it styling, on an industrial vice. Then we've got a bench mounted pipe vice, which is a number 92, it says there. And then on the end here we've got a number 52E Record woodworking vice. Right, now onto our non-Record vice. We have this American vice here, which we really don't know much about other than what it says on it, which it says the Chase Parker Company in Meriden, Kentucky, USA, which is of course where it's been built. It's got an interesting design on the jaws there, quite different to the Record ones, as you can see. And then we have this vice, which we know absolutely nothing about, partly because it's got no markings or anything on it. So, if you know anything or any information about either of these two vice, it'd be very interesting to know and very helpful if you could leave it in the comment section below. And another strange thing about this vice is it's got this plate underneath it, which we're not fully sure, of course, because we don't know any information about it, whether it's actually part of the vice or whether it's just some strange mounting bracket made by previous owner. Now, while we were getting out all of these vices for this video today, we thought that there should have been a few more. So in between filming some clips, we did have a look, and there's probably some more in some other storage places. But we did find this other number 23 fitter vice in storage as well. Right, so out of all of these vices, which do you think we use in our workshop on our workbench? Make your bets. Right, so everyone that's just made a guess, you're all wrong. It's none of them. We use this, which is made by a company called Paramo, and it's called a number 23, which you might be thinking to yourself, that's a coincidence that we have a record number 23 that also has a quick release and looks very similar to this with the design here. However, I believe it isn't just coincidence. Now, from what we understand, during World War II, the record factory here in England was bombed, and during the shutdown, this company called Paramo was set up by, I believe, what was believed to be an ex-employee of Record, and that's why the vice looks just like the number 23 made by Record. Now, it was good to get all of the vice out, and as we work more on this workshop and possibly get a bigger workshop in the future, it'll be good to get some more of these vice in action, not just our Paramo one. And as you can see, some of them need a bit of TLC, so I think we might want to do a vice rebuild project soon. But that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed, as always. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of Workshop Wednesday. Bye!